Yo, what is up, my YouTube family? It's your boy, Arrahaffv, the only, the double G, whatever you want to call me. And today, you're back watching Arrahaffv. You already know what it is. And as you can see here, we're not playing MasterDuel. We're playing Duel Links. Dead Duel Links. I call it Dead Links because let's be honest, the game is dead. I think Ruxin had a post. I think it was Ruxin that had a post earlier. Well, not earlier, but I think earlier this week or last week of the comparison between how many people play this game and MasterDuel, and it just it was not good. It was not good. So this game is definitely, unfortunately, dead. It had a good run, you know. It had a good run, but MasterDuel kind of just came in and took over. Which actually, MasterDuel is falling in players too, which is crazy, but I understand why. Like I said, it's not necessarily good from free to play. But yeah, we're back. We're back on the Duel Links, man. I'm using one of my favorite decks actually. This used to be like my main deck back in Duel Links. One thing I do say I miss from Duel Links is their animations. Like the whole Utopia animation playing and stuff. Just animations in general. I miss so much from this game here. So yeah. Also, if y'all hear my cat in the background, he likes to make appearances in my videos, so he might be here. He's the homie though. He just chilling. So yeah, we're back on Duel Links, which is something I didn't think I'd be saying for a very long time. But I mean, hey, we found ourselves here. As you can see, I'm doing a new event here. I decided to might as well just start recording here because a new card came out. I forgot the card's actual name, but I use it in Duel Links as well. I just call it the big gun. It's literally just a gun, a really big gun. But it came out in Duel Links, and not that I'm probably gonna find myself playing Duel Links a lot, but I figured, you know what, I might as well like do the event for it, just in case I do find myself back in Duel Links for any reason. It would be a semi-decent card to have. But in this video, I'm not really going to be doing much as far as gameplay-wise. It's just kind of here to give you something to look at while I speak on Duel Links a little bit and how it's really improved, how MasterDuel is really improved from Duel Links. Now, I will say this. I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. Oh, that's another thing. Duels go a lot faster than 4,000, but I said it before in this video, I'll say it again. As far as free-to-play goes for a MasterDuel, it's not kind. It's not friendly. So I can understand why a lot of people are started to, you know, stop playing the game. I can understand that. Recently they did a 1,000 gem login bonus. And if I'm being completely honest, I think one of the reasons they did that is because of all the complaints. Because there's been a lot of complaints. And one of the reasons I think they gave us that 1,000 gems for free is because of the complaints. I think that they could definitely see the amount of players is really dropping down, right? Because like people want to make decks, right? Because for me personally, I know decks get very redundant for me very quickly. I can love a deck for 2 days or 3 days, but if I play it straight for those 2 or 3 days, I already want to make another deck. I already got different ideas for a different deck, and that's not really, you can't really make that possible with a game like MasterDuel because how expensive it is, essentially. So I do think that's a reason it's losing all the players. I think that's the main reason actually that they're losing all their players, just because the players can't play the game. You know. So they could fix that very easily. Will they decide to? It depends, because losing players or not, they're still raking in a lot of cash from this game, a lot. So they might choose not to even fix it, which is fine. This is also another one of my favorite mechanics, is the Zexomorph. It makes you feel like you're in the anime, man. I should have let the animation play for the video, but I had seen it so many times. But once I found out about Zexomorph, I was like, yo, I gotta do that. As soon as like the Zexal update came to Duel Links, I played the heck out of it. I maxed everything out as soon as it came out. But yeah, back to MasterDuel, man. It is such an improvement. It's such an improvement from this game, but at the same time, it's very pay to play. Like they wanted that money when they released MasterDuel, and I think they're starting to realize the numbers heavily dropping. And like I said, that's what I think that 1,000 gem login bonus type of thing was. So whether they decide to fix that soon or not, completely up to them. It's fine. I'm doing pretty fine as it goes right now. Like I said, the free to play options are not too good right now, but you know, a guy like me, I don't mind doing, you know, a little bit of pay to play, especially if it's for Yu-Gi-Oh. I love Yu-Gi-Oh, so if I get to play Yu-Gi-Oh, it's worth it. So in that aspect, I do think Duel Links was kind of better, because as I was playing Duel Links, I didn't like the aspect of like you had to level up this character to get a certain card. You know, I was like, just let me summon for it. Just let, you know. But now that I'm seeing it from the perspective of a free-to-play player, right? It gave you more free-to-play options, right? And all the events that happened, the Kaiba Cup, all the Fortune Lady events, all of that stuff was a chance to get free-to-play cards, right? And that's what MasterDuel, I feel like, is missing so much. And a big reason that Duel Links was able to do that well is because of the character aspect, which MasterDuel doesn't have. So they can't say like level up this character so many, and you'll get this card right here. You know, they can't really do that. I will say though, the thing about Duel Links, their trader type thing it didn't really work well. Like, not in the sense of like the traders, not in the sense of the trader, but the sense of the cards that it had, right? Because how MasterDuel does it is they have you can dismantle cards to get the materials to create cards. How Duel Links does it is you can dismantle cards to get the materials to create whatever card the trader has. And the trader doesn't have all cards. That's what I mean by it doesn't really work right. Is because the trader, he doesn't have a lot of cards. Like, sometimes he may have a card that you'd be interested in, but at the same time, he could just not. And even if there's one singular card it has that you're interested in, he could just not have it on that day, because the trader changes up, what is it, every week or so? I don't remember. Listen, it's been so long since I played Duel Links, I don't even remember, but he changes up. So like, if he does have a card that you would want, you're probably not even going to be able to see it when you want to get it, right? So I will say MasterDuel improved in that aspect, and just having more cards, man. Just flat out having more cards. That was one of the big things for me. It was just the flat out having more cards. Like, MasterDuel just flat out had more cards. Which I think was a lot of people have mixed opinions on it. And coming back to Duel Links from playing MasterDuel, as you can see me scrolling through the trader right here, just to show like how little options it has, right? Even the UR options are decent, and if you already have one of them, then you have no reason to, you know. So I have mixed feelings about it as well, but I think I do like it more than anything, because like the fact that I can try to make a deck in this game and look for a card and it's just not there, or like a whole deck, like a whole archetype, right? Like earlier I was looking for Dogmatica because I kind of wanted to rebuild my Alistair deck in this game, which y'all saw earlier, me summoning for the Alistair and didn't get it. I already have Alistair, I just need Invocation, which I unfortunately didn't pull from that summon. But it, like, the fact that I can look up Dogmatica and just nothing be there, like the whole archetype is just not in the game. And there is the argument, if it was put in the game, it would get toxic very quick. But like, if you just drop it all in the game, right? I don't know, like if you added like archetype by archetype, of course it's gonna get toxic. But if you just poof it all into the game at the same time, the toxic will have counters, right? The toxicness will have toxic counters. That's how Yu-Gi-Oh works. Technically everything can be toxic, but everything also has a toxic counter. So I do think I like MasterDuel just having everything flat out already there. Well, not every single card in the game, because obviously a lot of cards are banned and a lot of cards are just straight up not there. It makes sense because a lot of cards are banned in TCG too. So I'm really waiting for Red Dragoon. Red Dragoon is gonna be crazy when it comes out, if it gets unbanned. But I think I do like that aspect of MasterDuel better than Duel Links. It's interesting, man. Because like I said, I understand the argument of if it comes out, it's gonna be super toxic. But everything in Yu-Gi-Oh has a counter, and I'm not saying to the point of like, well, it doesn't matter if it's toxic or not, because sometimes just because it has a counter doesn't mean it shouldn't be banned, right? Because there's those people that's like, I don't think so-and-so should be banned because it has a counter, right? I don't necessarily agree with that, because just because it can be countered doesn't mean people want to play the counter at all times, right? Like, people don't want to just have to play the counter to that deck all the time because it's all over rank. That's how Blue Eyes was. Like, I almost felt like I had to play Buster Ball all the time, because all the time it was just Blue Eyes, Blue Eyes, Blue Eyes, Blue Eyes. And that's what I mean by, I don't believe that if it has a counter it shouldn't be banned. I don't believe that at all. But I do feel like everything has a counter. And like I said, I'm just using Dogmatic as an example. You put that into the game, it can be really good, but it also can be really counterable, right? I don't know if I'd encourage them to add more hand traps in the game, because in my personal opinion, hand traps is one of the things that kind of like broke Yu-Gi-Oh, because like it kind of took away the need for back row in a way. But if anything, I don't really think they should add anything to Duel Links anymore, because it's not being played. There's literally double-digit players in MasterDuel, like low double digits, like 20, like the teens, like 18, 16, you know? But I mean, they're still adding stuff in hopes, I guess, to recruit more players. I don't know what the plan is here. I don't even know why people still play this game. I don't even know why there's 16 people still playing this game. Why are they still here? What's the purpose? What does Duel Links have that MasterDuel doesn't? Like I said, the only thing I see that Duel Links has maybe better than MasterDuel, maybe, is the free-to-play options. Like, I think it's better on free-to-play, because like the whole level of a character get a certain card, or this event gives out cards, or so-and-so, so-and-so, and such like that. Also, I feel like Duel Links, well, I don't feel like, it's a fact, Duel Links is definitely more generous with their gems as well. How they give out their gems. MasterDuel, they keep those gems like it's cryptocurrency, boy. They don't hand out gems for nothing, man. You gotta earn every singular gem, man. Every singular gem. So I will say, I think a reason that maybe people still play this game is because they've been playing it for a while, so they have cards, they have a lot of cards, and they went to MasterDuel and they can't get this card or get this card because they don't have the free-to-play options to summon for it or to create it. I can understand something like that. And also, like I said, that's the reason I think that MasterDuel stocks are going down, or MasterDuel players are going down. But I mean, I feel like it kind of is what it is. Like I said, I would definitely want them to improve that in the future, but as of now, I'm not gonna stop playing the game because its free-to-play options aren't spectacular. I'm not gonna come back to Duel Links, right? I just think MasterDuel is so good in every way possible, like so much better in every way than Duel Links, that it doesn't really, like, the free-to-play options don't really take away from it in a way, in comparison to Duel Links, right? So I just do think MasterDuel is just overall better. It's just literally better. As far as deck creation is better. Like, the max cards you can have in this game is 30 in your deck. That's crazy to me. And the fact that, like, having 20 card decks was meta for like 3 years is crazy. Like, in rank, everybody in Duel Links, if they actually knew how to play Duel Links, 20 card decks all the time. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Also, you can see this was my attempt at creating like a quick Archfiends deck. It wasn't unspectacular because I didn't have a lot of Archfiend cards. As you can see, I'll search for some here and I just won't have them. This was just me like seeing if they were just in the game in general. But Arrahaffv is also another deck I want to make in MasterDuel pretty soon, so that might be coming up in the next maybe month or so. I do want to make an Arrahaffv deck, so we'll see about that. But yeah, it's better. It's better in every way possible, man. It's better in every way possible. Like the fact that 20 card decks were meta for years is insane, man. It's insane. Like 7 card extra decks. You can only have 7 cards in there, man. That's crazy. Look at that. That's 7 slots. That's insane, man. That's insane. It just, I feel like MasterDuel brought back the feel of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because after a while, Duel Links stopped feeling like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. It felt like its own type of game, right? And it's speed dueling, right? But we had a good speed dueling game, but we didn't have a good Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. That's what we all wanted. We wanted Yu-Gi-Oh! And we got Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed dueling, but we were so happy about it. It was so good at the time, so popular. Everybody was on it. Everybody was on board with the whole speed dueling thing. But after a while, it gets tiring. You just want some OG Yu-Gi-Oh! In your veins. And I feel like that's what MasterDuel really brought back with the game. So, like I said, the only complaint I would possibly have is the free-to-play options. And I know I've said that so many times, probably tired of hearing me say it, but that's the only complaint I would have. But overall, better. Literally just better. And how do I say this? Like their rankings of cards is way better than in this game, because MasterDuel would rank like, they would rank rarity cards as URs, and it's just like, sure, dude. I know it's something very minimum that people probably don't even pay attention to, but like their rank management was really good in MasterDuel, and I think it was better than it was in Duel Links. Cause there's some cards that are like, they're interchangeable, right? Like I think in MasterDuel, Alistair the Invoker is like an SR. And I think in this game, he's a UR, right? That's interchangeable. That's fine, right? I wouldn't care too much about that. But then something like that, I don't know, man. It's just some cards that you can clearly see, like, is that really UR worthy? And then you go to MasterDuel and you're like, wait, this looks right. Like, this looks like it should look. This should be here. This should be here. And so on and so forth. I guess that depends on in which way they came out, because Duel Links did come out years before, so a lot of metas weren't created for certain cards back when Duel Links came out. So I think that also affects the ratings. Like certain combos and certain certain archetypes with cards weren't even created yet back when Duel Links came out. So they didn't have the knowledge to rank this as, oh, this is definitely a UR card, because it didn't become UR worthy until later. And there's some cards that became ban worthy. Like there's some cards in this game that are banned in TCG because they're so good. And the thing with Yu-Gi-Oh, bro, you can never stay away from it. Like no matter what they release, it can be turned toxic, because the fact is they have a room of maybe like 50 to 100 people, if even that many, because it's probably a lot lower. I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt. 50 to 100 people all brainstorming, okay, is this balanced? Can this be abused? And even if they all think of every possibility they possibly can, there's still millions and billions of people that are gonna get their hands on this card and see it. And so it's like that room of 50 to 100 people versus the entire world. And not the entire world in the sense of everybody on the planet is playing Yu-Gi-Oh, but the entire world in the sense of there are billions of people that play Yu-Gi-Oh. So those people are kind of, they don't have a choice, is basically what I'm trying to say. They don't have a choice. They can think of everything they can, but once it's put out to the public, it's up to billions of people to find combos and cheap stuff. that they couldn't see because there were only 50 to 100 people. So you can't really blame them on that part. And once one person finds it, it's on the internet. It's everywhere for everybody to see. Once one person finds it, everybody knows about it. That's just how it is. That's just how the internet is. So one thing I will say also, this is a sidetrack, but another thing I like in Duel Links is the deck list. You can see the deck list in your settings during your duels, which is probably cheating. It's probably cheap, but I know I've used it. I used it. I used it. I don't think it's cheating that much because like you're just seeing your deck, right? Like I don't know. It's you know how you be in those situations where it's like, what in my deck could I draw that can help me here, right? That's what Duel Links. That's what that little subtle settings like deck list setting fixed. It's like, okay, let me just look at my deck real quick and see if this duel is even worth dueling. Like, is there anything that can save me here? So I don't think that's too bad. You know, maybe it is. Who knows? But I know I used it. But that's just a sidetrack of another thing that I did, kind of like something small that Duel Links did, that MasterDuel did, which is not that big of a deal. I don't really care that much. I just felt like pointing it out. But they can only look at so many things. They can only think of so many possibilities before it's released to the public, because there are only that many people. Once it's released to the public, there's millions and millions and billions of more people that are gonna see it, that have the option to look and see what, you know, what cheap they can do about it. And there's a lot of people, they want to be cheap, they want to be toxic, so they look at all the possibilities to see if there's any way this can be turned bad. And it's unfortunate, but there's just those type of people in the world that just mess it up for everybody. And that's why a lot of cards are banned, like Dark Dragoon. Rest in peace. I need him back, man. I need my Dark Dragoon. But that's just my stance on it. As far as the whole like banning thing goes, I do think some cards need to be banned, right? Because you can't blame them for releasing the card. You can't be like, how could Konami release this 2 years after it's released because somebody found a cheap infinite combo? Also, Misjudge is the MVP. This is why she's in the deck. But yeah, like somebody 2 years later finds an infinite combo that's one turn victory, right? You can't really blame them for that, because once they release it to the public, the public has years and years and years. Billions of people have years and years to think of a way to make it toxic or to make it ban worthy. So you can't really like blame Konami for like releasing these cards, because like I said, there's some people like, I can't believe Konami released so and so, and it's like they couldn't have done anything about it. They couldn't have done anything about it, nothing at all, because they only have so many people to think of so many options. So that's my whole stance on that part of it. But yeah, like I said, in this video, it's less on the Duel Links gameplay, which is going on in the background here, and more of how I think it improved, which is a lot. I think MasterDuel improved a lot from Duel Links. I think it still has a long way to go as far as like being the perfect Yu-Gi-Oh game, but like I don't think I would like something that was just, you didn't have to pay for any card. You can just make any deck with any card. You know, every card is available to you at front, right? And you can just make whatever deck you want out of it. I don't know how I feel about that, you know? Like, part of me wants to say I would like it, right? But at the same time, part of me kind of likes that grind of having to do so-and-so to get so-and-so. But yeah, man, MasterDuel is definitely a big upgrade from Duel Links in every way possible, literally in every way possible. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, or what y'all would like to see Duel Links improve on, or MasterDuel improve on, or both. Maybe you saw something that both versions didn't do that you would have liked them to do better. As this duel finishes up here, which he forfeited, like I said, man, I definitely think MasterDuel is better in every way, superior. But if y'all enjoyed, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe. This your boy Arrahaffv, son of Arrahaffv, and it's me, y'all. Peace and out. Peace. Have a good day. Be safe and be great.